Hello everyone, Wandering Trader back with another portfolio update. I am your quick take, low production trading nomad. So for the week, we have went sideways. We have clocked in maybe like $100 something. So Wish earning is coming up, so that's pretty exciting. And I wanted to show you where our cost basis is at the moment. So we are at 579. We are going to play this into earnings and let's see if we could bring this down. So we're not sure whether everything is priced in from last report, last earnings guidance. So we'll come back to that. So we brought in about 2009 last week in premiums. So I played Robinhood on its earning. My strike was 34. It came close, but we didn't end up getting it. Kathy Wood ended up buying up a bunch of shares, and so I believe it touched 3420 something in the last week. Okay, so it did. So we weren't able to get it. So it closed out like around 35. We had 40 contracts out on that. So we weren't able to get that, but that's fine. Like we said, we want the advantage where we want to scoop it up as low as possible. And there were also some reporting some downgrades regarding Hood. So we have to update this regarding what happened. So let's put in fair value right now. They put in 26 because of the lower revenue to 28. So I will trade around 30 to 32. It's still growth with crypto wallet and introduction of retirement accounts. So we'll put that in, right? So for our future, if we want to play Hood, these are some of the updates. Wish, so we're going to go into Baba next week. We're going to be playing Wish. We're going to be playing, let's see, Wish, we're going to do 650. So it's an earnings play, and then during earnings week, we are also going to play 650. So this should bring in about 18,000 from my to my total portfolio. Some of the interesting part is that like I said, I mentioned we're trying to go into large cap while our Wish position plays out. This is about, let's say, 35% of my portfolio right now. The rest is all cash. So we're going to be playing large cap and we're going to try to balance that out. So let's take a look at earnings week. So next week this coming week, we have some interesting earnings. As you saw on my top list, I have Etsy as one of them. So Etsy is a play. Pinterest is a company I understand, and I'll play this. I might play this, but I'm definitely going to Alibaba first. My secondary will be Etsy, and my third would be Coinbase. So these are companies I understand. I've read the reports. I have not covered all these. So Coinbase, I'm going in. They have under custody about 10% of all the crypto in the world. So their fair value could be anywhere from around 200 to 225. There was a big run up to 300 something prior to earnings, so where it's too far out of our reach. Etsy is a possibility candidate if I decide not to play Alibaba, but Baba is actually pretty ripe because of the down market. So we're gonna try to play Alibaba around like 149, 150 for a weekly. But if I were to play Etsy, I would basically go on this to analyze it. So this is basically quite interesting. Let's go to consumer discretionary. So Etsy, it's in the SPY. They are averaged in at 192, right? So right now it's trading around 242. So anything below 192 is actually a steal. So if I were to write, I would definitely write around 185, 190. So this is just a hypothetical scenario, right? So they're quite profitable. Let's say the management team is really strong. Their price to earning is pretty high, but if I were to write it, I would be comfortable around here. So as you see, this is where all the volume and open interest is. But we are playing with Wish, and we are trying to finish, and bring this story to an end. So we're gonna do 650 next week into earnings. I'm also gonna play 650. I don't want to write 2 weeks out because I don't know what's gonna happen. Last week it gapped up like 14% on a Wednesday, right? So I want more control when time is a factor, and I don't want to be locked in. So the 500, 600 over here, it's fine as long as I don't lose too much control. So if I get out of this position at 650, they close over my strike, that's also fine. I'll take it, and then I'll probably even come back in during earnings week. But in the meantime, we are gonna be playing Alibaba next week. Secondary, Etsy. Third tertiary would be Coinbase, and we are trying to build out and collect our premiums, and we are trying to get a great price, and we're trying to close. Our target for the year is 250. Anything over is fine. Anything a little bit under is also fine. As you see, in the last month, we topped out at 242. So there's some volatility here. We trimmed off our risk with SOFI, so we locked in about $26,000 in profit. So that's something I'm also really satisfied about. So that essentially is carrying most of my gains for this quarter. So the Wish is actually dragging a little bit, but the SoFi made up for it. So we clocked in 26,000 in the course of like 7 to 8 weeks. So now we're going to try to build that out. Some interesting news regarding economic climate. So these are some of the releases and claims. So the economy is actually, there's a lot of talk about inflation. There's a lot to talk about transitory inflation, and also the slowing down of there's tapering, so slowing down of money printing and corporate bond purchases. So these are the results of those Fed policies. So moving forward, right, we could take a look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics. We could take a look at some of the CPIs, and you could see how it was high during the summer, and it's kind of simmering a little bit, but we need to see. I believe the report should be published next week. So these are some of the macro climates out here. But we are focused on Wish, and we are trying to bring in maybe around 1,000 in premium. So that's fine. We're waiting for this to play out. So if I get the 650 strike price, this automatically would bring my portfolio to 250. So I still have about November and December to play this out. So some of the earnings we already have guidance from last quarter, and they talked about a slowing down already. So it's kind of priced in already. We don't know whether it's going to go down a little bit more, but I like to take a look at the Snap story. So let's take a look. So this is a very interesting story where it bottomed out like around $4. So it dropped around 80%, 75% from IPO. So this is just a company where they gotten a new CFO, and they just have to tweak their models and work on their platform. They're trying to bring in higher quality products and shopping experience. So that's to TBD. It's going to take more than 1 quarter to turn it all around. But as you could see, even Snap, it was highly unprofitable until they started getting more MAUs and more growth, and then advertising dollars started coming in. And they had a fund where they had a creator fund and kept more people on the platform. So it's you have to understand, it's a business where something like e-commerce, Wish, it's a low operating cost. They have like around 1,000 employees, where they just have to refine and tweak their business model, and they have to adapt. So they have about 1 point something, I believe, billion in cash on hand. So let's take a look here. So this is, by all means, they have 1 year target 9.94. They missed the last couple quarters. Revenue, this is the talk. So let's take a look at the financials. Revenue, profit. So let's see, cash on hand. So 12-month trailing revenue. Yes, I believe they have like 1.6 billion or 2 something on hand. So that's actually great news. This is where they're at. Their enterprise value. Where's their held by institutions. Let's take a look. Revenue per share. So what's their market cap? Let's see. So they're only 3.2. So this is something they have to work out. My play is basically going to be 650 for next week. If I get a call away, that's fine. If not, that is also fine. So I am also going to play 650 for earnings, and then after that, we're going to read the report and we'll adapt. If it doesn't get called away, we'll see what we're going to do for the next quarter. So thanks again. If you like this type of content, like, subscribe, follow, and I'm going to build this portfolio to 1 million. So thanks again.